I'm sure you've already heard of the blobfish, which they say is the ugliest animal in the world, but I don't think it's judged fairly because it doesn't usually look like a big, pink, goofy booger. You have to take it out of its water, out of its environment with lots of pressure for it to look like that. You'd look different too if we took you way down where that thing lives for a while. A lot of deep sea fish look terrible when they're pulled out of the depths, like the lizard fish, which looks relatively normal in its own environment. Today, let's look at the real 10 ugliest fish, like the anglerfish. There are lots of different kinds of anglerfish, but I'm grouping them all together because they're all ugly. In fact, with some anglerfish, the mommy and daddy fuse together permanently when they mate. That's tough luck if you're questioning your relationship. The lancet fish looks like a kid drew a cross between a dinosaur and a sailfish. Its scientific name, Alepisaurus, means lizard with no scales. Its skin actually has no scales and it's covered with pores. And also they're known to be cannibals, as if they weren't weird enough. The stoplight loosejaw fish. This one looks like a fish and a cicada had a baby and someone broke its head. This is one of those fish that makes its own light, which is red, and that's where it gets its name. They use this light to find their prey, and their prey doesn't see it coming because most of them can't see red. That's a good thing because if you're gonna get eaten, would you want to see this coming? The sheep's head looks like a normal stripy fish until it opens its mouth. It looks like someone photoshopped dentures on the thing. Not only do their outside teeth look weird, but they have multiple rows of teeth. In humans, that's called hyperdontia, by the way. The black dragonfish grows about 1.5 feet long, which is enough. It makes light as well, which shows up on the infrared and electromagnetic spectrum. Those are the kind of light you can't even see. So it's also invisible to its prey. They're apparently really common, but you won't see one unless you can dive to 2,000 meters. The goblin shark looks like a normal shark with an unfortunate nose until it eats. That's when its jaws just go out and do their own thing. It's an ambush predator and it's neutrally buoyant. That means it can just float up to its prey with very little effort and go unnoticed. And then when the moment is right, they'll just snap out of their mouth and grab their dinner. The deep sea hatchetfish looks like its name. It looks like somebody put googly eyes on an axe, and it's got a big upward scoopy mouth. It makes light and it uses that light to camouflage itself in the sparkles of the water. And also its stomach expands like a snake so it can eat really big meals. The mackerel pin a barrel eye looks like some kind of underwater drone. It has long telescoping eyes that can point forward or rotate up, and they're protected inside a transparent dome-shaped head. And also their fins are built so they can hover in one place with almost no effort. I want one. DJI, get on it. Sloan's viperfish. This one's gorgeous if you're a bluefin's tuna. It's their favorite food. It has really huge teeth that close together like a cage or a Venus flytrap. Scientists don't know a lot about it, but they believe it swims up to its prey really fast and uses its teeth like spears. Its neck, right behind its head, is set up like a shock absorber. It has a bioluminescent light coming out of its back that it uses to lure its prey. My opinion, Sloan can have her fish back. Last but not least, the sarcastic fringe head. If the Demogorgon from Stranger Things and an eel had a baby, this would be it. Its mouth opens really big, more for defense and fighting than eating. They usually just rely on their prey to float past them. They eat plankton, squid eggs, and crustaceans. They back themselves into their den, which can be hollowed out areas on the seafloor, empty seashells, or bottles that have been thrown into the ocean. The females lay eggs in the male's den, and the males protect the young. They're so protective they even attack human divers that get too close. And they've been known to rip dive suits. Back to that blobfish. There's a crazy video on YouTube called Blobfish for Dinner. If you could, would you eat any of the fish on this list? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe. Bye! This one looks like a fish and a cicada had a baby and someone broke it.